beautiful family, my Facebook family, friends, coming to you for my daily devotion, my daily shares, as I am walking this 366-day challenge journey of sharing my voice, sharing my inspiration, my devotion, and creating a sacred sanctuary space around myself, and as well as sharing that with each one of you, whoever is listening, tuning in whenever you're tuning in, and just simply putting that frequency out, the frequency into the world, the frequency of speaking our truth and creating sacredness in the world and sovereignty and remembering who we are. So today's message, I was feeling talking to a beautiful client today around sexual sovereignty. You know, I don't speak much about sexual sovereignty. However, it's something that I offer in my work and the sexual healing. I stand for sexual sovereignty. I stand for divine connection and healing of any sexual wounding or sexual pain that we all endure as humanity. So today was just feeling into our sovereignty and sacredness of who we are and our co-creating ability, our divine magnetism, our ability to magnetize and create what we need and in our lives to serve our mission work. And as human beings, how do we create? We create through sexual sovereignty or sexual misery. Acknowledging sexual misery is so important. Acknowledging the sexual shadow is so important. The shadow that is here on the planet upon humanity that is hungry. And this misery is here to take and take and take and to feed themselves and to dishonor and to conquer, to disrespect, to cause wounding. This sexual misery is the complete opposite of sexual sovereignty. The sovereignty of reverence to that sexuality within, the inner sexuality, the outer sexuality, however that shows up. And it's not always through sex, it's simply through that divine energy of creation and co-creation with the divine union. The sexual misery is actually here to split the divine union apart, to split the two beloveds apart, and to cause more pain and more wounding. The cycle that keeps on going through our lives. And the sexual sovereignty is what we're after truly as divine human beings. This sacredness of this sexuality, the sacredness of expressing it through emotions, through physical experiences of intimacy with the divine union, in reverence, in pure devotion, stepping into this understanding of pure devotion and worship of that sovereignty within you. submitting yourself to this sovereignty within you, submitting yourself to this divine inner sacredness. Because when we connect to this sacred sexuality, we really connect to the divine, to God, Goddess, and we can allow God and Goddess within to experience this sexual sovereignty, sensuality, honoring in reverence of who we are in these bodies, these magnetic bodies, these spiritual bodies, these wise, divine human bodies that we desire to honor, to bow to our own sovereignty, and to heal the shadows and the wounds and the pain that keeps circulating and cycling through, and bringing all the wounds of our sexuality into the heart, and to open the heart and to accept yourself fully, to heal yourself, to acknowledge yourself. Hi, Mom. And just really come into this place of reverence before yourself and your magnetic power to create. So if this magnetic power is lost, if this magnetic power is put down beneath the pain and wounds and trauma that is happening on the planet, then how are we going to create when our magnetism is covered up by all this pain? So it's important to acknowledge the worldly sexual misery on the planet and this sense of hunger and this sense of feed this hunger at no matter what cost, without honoring anything really. And we're here to acknowledge that. We're here to stand against the shadows, and we're here to stand against the misery. And we're here to reclaim the sexual sovereignty and the sexual healing on the planet, not only for ourselves, for our divine union, for our beloved partner, for our families, for all living beings, for men and women and their bodies, remembering that we are sacred, remembering that we are magnetic, we are sovereign. We're here to honor our bodies. We're here to say no when the no is there. And we're here to say yes too, and to listen to our own boundaries, to listen to our own soul and how our soul wants to be loved in a sensual, sexual, sovereign way. And really coming into that connection with true heart, true inner alignment, that desires that honor, that desires respect when it comes to sexuality, that desires devotion and commitment. And so then we can collapse the old wounds and the old pain of sexual trauma that we all carry, all living beings, all humankind. For thousands of years, we all have been carrying these sexual wounds in our wombs, in our sexual organs, without acknowledging it or being afraid to look down there, or being afraid to fall in love with ourselves, and allowing this external world to take from us this world, this illusion, not the earth, the illusion that is around the earth, that is built upon the earth, that is not, this illusion is not here in service to sacred sexuality and to sacred sovereignty. This worldly illusion is here to cause more misery and more pain and more trauma. So just understanding that And knowing that and feeling yourself and your own magnetic, sovereign, sensual, sexual power is our first steps in healing ourselves, in healing our sexuality for all living beings, coming to terms of honoring each other and saying no to the sexual misery, saying no to sexual corruption. And by saying no to it in our own lives, we stand up and we say no for all of humanity and for all women, men, and children who are still being dishonored by sexual trafficking, sexual slavery, use and abuse of sexuality in our lives. And so this is what I wanted to speak on today. And I don't speak on this often, and it's a deep wound for many, the deep wound for many human beings. And those of us who see and recognize this wound are here to create healing and bring forth medicine for each other, so that we can find that magnetic intimacy within. Because intimacy is into me, I see, looking within and seeing yourself and seeing your magnetic, beautiful, divine human being and honoring that. And as you honor yourself, here come the boundaries, and here comes the powerful no and powerful yes. And you get to choose. You get to choose to be in your sovereignty by first honoring and remembering yourself and who you are. You are magnetic. So this is my message today. And let me know how it feels. Sending you all my love, and I will see you tomorrow. Many blessings on your path of discovering and healing your own sacredness. Blessed be.